All right. Peace, love, and many blessings.
Peace and love and many.
Hold on. Let's take a collective breath. Let's take a breath in. Should we say what we're thankful for? What are you thankful for?
I'm thankful for the plants. I'm thankful for Ashley. I'm thankful for the baby. I'm thankful for Papa getting these toys for me and getting these bees for me.
Yeah. I'm thankful for you. I'm thankful for me. I'm thankful for this present moment and not living in the past or the future and residing here now. What shall we talk about today?
Different kinds of bodies.
Different kinds of bodies. I like that. I like that. Yeah, we have different kinds of bodies. We have our energy body. We have our emotional body. We have our physical body. We have our spiritual body.
We have our attack body.
Attack body. We have our nobody, where there's nobody, right, buddy? Then we have our buddy bodies. You know, in the emotional body, a lot of the different bodies are also related to the different elements as well. You know, your emotional body is related to water, you know, because water is flow, water holds memory, and same with our emotional body. You know, sometimes with different types of traumas or things that we've been through in our past, it can stay within our emotional body. And then sometimes we need our physical body. No, leave it. No, leave it. And sometimes we need our physical body to release things from our emotional body. You know, that's why practices like Qigong are great. You want to show maybe a Qigong move to the crew? Maybe show them bears. You want to show them how to do bears? No, the bears like this. Remember? You know, even just like this, buddy. You remember these ones? You know, you're just tapping the body, moving the body. There you go. There you go. You know, because a lot of times these traumas can be stored in our bodies, in our emotional body, and we need our physical body to release it. You know, and even sometimes when, you know, you get caught in your emotional body, you know, what happens, it comes out physically. You might lay on the ground and scream and kick, you know, because you're trying to release this built up tension. And I feel like kids, you know, they're way more in tune than their bodies, you know, because they haven't been so programmed. Us as adults, we've been a lot of programs. We've been told to shush and suck it up and don't do that. And, you know, when these kids are going through temper tantrums, they're releasing this energy, you know, and as we get older, we just hold it all in. And then that's where we get the different types of pains in our body, or, you know, and it starts showing up in different diseases or complications or freaking gout or shingles, or I don't know, because we're not figuring out proper ways to release it, you know. And that's where, you know, sometimes we got to have a temper tantrum, you know, but do it controlled way, like a Qigong or tapping or exercise, running, you know, jumping around a little bit, you know, because it's good to release that energy that we may have stored. And, you know, it does you or I no good to keep that emotion inside, you know. And even the simple thing of talking, communication, is another way to release stored energy in that emotional body, because now we bring it to the physical. And everything, past, present, and future, physical, mental, spiritual, they're all here now in the continuum. You know, they're not separate. There is no separation. You know, that was one of the biggest lies in the world, creating the right and left hemisphere of the brain, you know, creating the separation, even with the hot and cold. When you really look at it, the hottest of hots, the coldest of colds, the darkest of darks, the lightest of lights, they all burn the same. Yeah, in this world of in this old world of duality, that was in existence. You know, now as we're stepping into like the full brain activation, the full brain functioning, being able to see the past, present, and future, all of these things collide into one, that allows us to remain in the present, you know. And I know we've all heard that saying where, you know, yesterday is history, tomorrow is a mystery, today is a gift. That's why it's called the present, you know. And as we, you know, remove those certain types of ideologies and beliefs that have been passed down for generation to generation, whose thought was it? You know, a lot of these things that we're saying, a lot of the things that we say that we are just rehearsed skits that we've been told, you know. So now we're getting to the place of, you know, releasing those things. And, you know, you can't feed an alive body with a dead body, you know. And as we embark on this journey, we are what we eat, you know. We are addicted to certain things that we think that we need. I get it, you know, oh, the different diets and blood types and all these different types of things, 100% agree. A lot of ways you can tell what you really need is when you fast. You know, if you can go through a lengthy fast and reintegrate that fast with whole foods, you can see what you really need, you know. And then you can see how what your body really needs to function. And the body is the best mechanism. It is the mechanism. You eat it, buddy. It is the mechanism that we have in this physical form. You know, we have our spiritual body, our physical body, our energy body. You know, and as we move through these layers, we become in communication with it all. You know, we can become in communication with our higher selves, our spirit self, God, creator, the one that is here. And then even inside of our body, you know, and really love our body, because we are the God to all of our microbes, to all of our enzymes, to all of the things that reside within us. You know, we don't think that way. And there could be times where you could feel alone, but you are not alone, because you have so many functioning living beings within this body, you know, that depend on you. You are their God, and what you feed them is how they live. You know, if you feed them negativity, they're going to feed off negativity. If you feed them positivity, you will feed them. They will learn to love positivity. And there's a time too where I know. And there's a time too where, you know, as we feed these different things for so long, the body becomes dependent on it. And the ego may think you need it, but the soul doesn't need it. You know, and one mantra that I've adopted over this period of time is, does it feed the ego or does it feed the soul? You know, when it comes to eating certain things or indulging in certain things. Because a lot of times we think that the soul needs it, but the ego is very good at disguising things, you know, and you may think you need it, but it's the ego, because you fed it for so long. It's like, I need it. The ego needs it to survive. So it's almost just like a detox. It's an addiction, you know. It's almost like a detox to get out of it. And then you realize, oh, I didn't need it. That was literally just this ego. That was literally this addiction that I was feeding, that I thought that I really needed the thing. So even there are times where it's like you have this detox and you realize, like, oh, I didn't need those things, you know. And the bodies, I am nobody, but I am this body. I am the body of all bodies, in the physical form, in the spirit form, in the emotional form, solid, liquid, gas, ether, you know. I love you. I'm sorry. I thank you. Please forgive me. Peace, love, and